am I the a-hole for evicting my brother's family from the house I have inherited so my daughter can live there? I 40F have a daughter, Caroline 17F. My brother, Adam 34M, is married and has 2 kids under the age of 5. Back when I was in my 20s, our great-grandmother ended up with an illness which required someone to take care of her. This ended up being me as everyone else was busy with their lives, and I have only recently graduated from uni back then. Due to this, when she passed away, I have inherited the house she lived in, which is a small 2-bedroom. I have lived there until I got married. My husband and I ended up moving to a bigger property. About a year later, my brother asked if I'm willing to rent it out to him, which I agreed to do, but have warned him I will need it back when Caroline turns 18. She was 3 at the time, since it is very close to universities and city center. Legal agreement was drafted for the rent, significantly below market value, so everything was followed by the book. About a year ago, I informed my brother about needing the house back as my daughter is going to be 18 and I would like to have some repairs done before she moves in. My brother ignored me, so I issued him a notice to vacate, which was also ignored. As he continued to ignore me, I had no choice but to apply for a court order to evict them, with the hearing taking place last month. Last week, him and his family were officially evicted. Upon getting into the house, I noticed it was in horrible condition and it would take a few months just to make it somewhat habitable, let alone redecorating or repairs. I have raised this with my brother since he was meant to look after the house and let me know of any repairs. But this talk ended up in an argument where I was called an a-hole for evicting him and his family so my spoiled daughter can live by herself and not giving them enough notice. They had just over a year to find something suitable. He also said I have inherited the house by cheating. My parents are on his side since Adam and his family live with them. So am I the a-hole here?
Here are the top comments, plus Opie's reply.
Not the a-hole. He's lived there for roughly 14 to 15 years paying substantially below market rent prices, which should have allowed him to save a considerable sum to put towards a home of his own. He clearly chose not to, as he had to move in with your parents. His life choices are not your problem. Regarding the state of the home, did you not visit him over the years and notice the deterioration? Or is there a revenge damage caused shortly before they moved?
OP replied,
A bit of both really, as well as clever placed furniture, so it wasn't noticeable up until now.
Not the a-hole, but I don't know why you're raising the issue of repairs when you evicted him. That sibling relationship is clearly fractured and I don't know what you're expecting to get from any conversation.
OP replied,
According to the rent agreement, he was meant to keep the house in a good condition and inform me if anything needs to be done, so I could get it fixed.
Not the a-hole. He had 15 years to make a plan. He failed to do so. I hope you sue him for the damage.